Okay, here's a quick look at the E-mini S&P for Monday, September the 13th, 2010. We're looking at the market profiles as we usually start with them. This is Friday's market profile, and this is today's. So the one in the middle here is what occurred overnight. You can see it had a gap opening higher and rallied in the overnight session, had a strong open, a good gap up from yesterday's high, and you can see the market kind of went back and forth. So the up auction is still intact. I think today's low is a good area of support. That's 1110.75, so we're going to want to monitor that overnight to see if it continues to hold. And the next target up is around 1123. Here's our look at the actual market profiles from the day sessions only that of course we like to use to help us gain a better grasp of what we think the intraday or day-to-day auction is doing. Here's our chart here for today, and you can see that we had several trades triggered today. And you can see that all of the long trades have the blue arrow showing there's two of them together right there, and the short trades have the red down arrow. So there's all, I missed one right here, so this one here and this one. So there's a lot of trades here today. We obviously didn't take them all because we're in an intraday up auction, and we're obviously our preference is to the long side. So you can see that on these trades, all of these trades that occurred from here forward were in a green filter, and they were all long trades. So these were all trades that we took. The long trade right here we also took as it was in the green as well. And so all of these trades right here were go. We went ahead and took them. And let's just take a look at those long trades for just a moment here. This first trade here actually didn't fill us till a little bit later on. And so what ended up by happening, we ended up by exiting that trade for a break even. Because it just didn't really do what we thought it was going to do within that 10-minute horizon. So we ended up with a break even on that trade. This long trade here wasn't triggered until here. I'm sorry, I should have put the up arrow on that one as well, because it wasn't really triggered until here. So this first one was up here. Once again, we had to get out of that trade in 10 minutes, as the second trade right here of these two that I'm making reference to. I'm just talking about all the long trades right now, and I probably should also, just to make it clear, there was one other long trade here. So let's just take a look at the long trades here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which wasn't triggered until here, and 6. These two together triggered right in here. So this was the sixth trade. Okay, there's 6. So let me just start again here with these long trades. You see, this first one was bordering on the gray and red filter. So although we did have the intraday up auction going in place, so this particular trade was worked out very well. It was triggered right here. You can see the blue line that entered us on that trade, and it quickly had a very nice rally up to here. Now we did get triggered into a short trade, and so we ended up by exiting this trade for a nice profit, and I'll talk about that other short trade in a moment. The second trade here is this long one I just mentioned. We got in here, and after 10 minutes we ended up by getting out with a break even. It just wasn't unfolding as we thought it would. So the first trade worked out nicely, and this one right here was a break even trade. So that's 2. So 3, same thing as number 2, and same thing on number 4. So both number 3 here and number 4 were break-even trades. I think on this one, actually, I think we lost 2 ticks, but in essence they were scratch trades. So this one right here was break-even, and I think number 4 down in here, I think we lost 2 ticks on that. But number 5 came in here and had a nice run up, and so that trade worked out really nicely, and number 6 worked out very nicely as well. As far as our short trades were concerned, we did use this short trade here because we were in the red filter at that time. This short trade here we did not take because it was against the intraday auction and we did not have a red filter. This short trade right here we did take as it was in a red filter, although it turned out to be a break-even trade. And this is where we exited actually that very first trade of the day, which was the long one. So this one actually turned out to be break-even as well. Had a lot of break-even trades today. And then this short trade, it came over here. You can see that we had 1, 2, 3 all together. So we used the middle price. We did not get filled on this. It just barely, it did hit our price, but no fill on that. So we didn't get filled on this till a little bit later. And then we also ended up 10 minutes later getting out on this one at break even. So this day of consolidation like that, we actually had several trades today that ended up by being break even. The nice trades though was this very first trade of the day. So that one, good profit on that one. Number 5 and number 6 were also really nice, although 5, the actual entry was over in here, so I think we actually ended up by taking a break even or a tick or two loss on that. Number 6 was really the best trade of the day, as it turned out. So we had a lot of trades today, a lot of action, even though it was really a day of consolidation. Chart gets kind of messy here when you end up with this many trades, but in using our filter and our bias of the intraday auction, still turned out to be at least a somewhat profitable day. So those are the areas that we're looking for support and resistance going into tomorrow. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Any questions or comments, please get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com. That'll be it for today, so we'll see you again tomorrow.